You're cruising for a bruising.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Welcome to the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'll make it pop.
With your host, Parker. Featuring the sultry sounds of Fred and also Allan on the board.
Let's go already!
And now, let's start the damn show.
Everything can be a music. We should write our own. We should do a musical episode.
Yeah, we should.
But not today.
Oh, we could do that.
We should do that. There it is. That's the music of the fart.
The music of
the fart. Welcome to the 100.
People.
Yeah, it really is. The BLC's theme song. It's our rallying cry. It's a bunch of fat people farting. Welcome to the 106th edition of the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast. The only podcast that may not make the cut for Insights Magazine, the magazine that makes you pay to read an article about yourself. We're so glad. We were so glad that you joined us, except for Allan, and we appreciate your support so very much. You can keep up. What the hell did he go? You can keep up with us at blcpodcast.com. And please drop us a like or a follow on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and our TikTok. Oh, and he's back and gone. And he's back. Please rate us on your favorite podcast platform. Let's try that again. Please rate us on your favorite podcast platform and tell your friends. We also have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/BLC World. Fred that word one time, so we're going to keep doing it forever. And we are, of course, broadcast on the Pop Culture Pros Network. Check them out at popculturepros.com. And now it's the BLC's Larry Flynn. It's Fred. It was Larry Flynn.
I'm in a wheelchair.
Are you in a wheelchair? No. I just meant because you're a pornographer.
It's a chair with wheels on it.
No, I thought it was just that you were
Larry
heavily into pornography.
The hustler guy.
Yeah.
I just assumed you would get shot at something. That is the Penguin.
No, actually, he sounded like
Larry
Flint. All my
Woody Harrelson played him in the biopic.
That's right. I remember that movie.
And if I am Larry Flint, then let me introduce my nemesis, Flint. Yeah. People versus Larry Flint.
I fucked that up.
Let me introduce my nemesis.
He looks just like you.
Mr. Allan Hugh Hefner.
Yeah. I sound like Larry Flint and Hugh Hefner.
Well, welcome to the show, old and dead gentlemen. How are you guys this week?
Courtney Love played his wife.
That's right. You're right. I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Yeah, it was.
Was that a comedy? I don't remember. I remember thinking it was a comedy, and then it wasn't really. It was a dark comedy, right?
Yeah, a dark comedy, a dramedy.
Yeah, we should
a dramedy.
Not ever talk about it again.
No, let's
probably the best thing to do. Let's watch it together.
Yeah,
and we can be like, oh look, a booby.
Have you ever done that? Have you ever watched what's that thing they do? Like Netflix
like where you do group play or whatever?
Yeah, everybody can watch it.
No, dude, I'm not going to do that.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
I mean, like during COVID, I guess, like, I get it.
I still wouldn't do it. That's
I'm just saying I get it. I didn't say I did it.
Yeah, right.
I just think
maybe a new movie, but
but if you, let's say, Fred, that you moved across the country or you were across the country from work and your kids are like, Daddy, or Diddy. We really want to watch whatever random bullshit movie that Disney Plus just came out. You're like, sorry, kids. I'm 3 hours behind and I'm not watching it. Fuck you.
I could see if it was like a show like Game of Thrones and it came on every week and you had some friends who you talk about the show together. Yeah. Maybe a hard maybe. Like,
I don't know.
Especially like a season finale. or something. You know what I'm saying?
But wouldn't you just like get together? Like,
what if you couldn't?
COVID be damned.
What if you couldn't? Because I was like that with Game of Thrones. I like that.
I was until the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, but
I was like, oh, this is trash now.
My friend, we would always talk about it Monday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'd always talk about it Monday. But like we had that, I still would have done it with him. Though. That's
exactly. You had the opportunity. Yeah, and you're like, no, I'm good. Thanks.
I ain't gonna do it. We'll just talk about it Monday.
It's weird. It's weird because then it's like not. I'm not watching the show.
Right.
I mean, I am watching it, but I'm not watching it because I'm watching it on your schedule. Which, no thanks.
Yeah, no.
I'm just not a fan of other people's schedules.
Just not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
That's okay. Neither are we.
Anyway.
That's why we're here. That's why 106 episodes later, we still haven't watched one goddamn reaction video.
No.
We were talking about it since like episode 3. We're like, we should do reaction videos. 103 weeks later, 0.
I'll tell you what.
Well, not 0.
End of the show, we'll do one.
End of this show? Oh, like when it's over? When we the end of tonight's show?
Yeah. You want to do it? You got time?
Sure.
Watch doing reaction videos.
We can do it during the show. Can we do it during the show?
Right. I can do it right now. Play something.
Not right now during the show.
All movies we can watch
at the end of during the show. No,
play it
some of us
right
have to
now.
work. Some of us spent this morning literally sort of almost covered in poops.
Ew.
And not from an animal. Well, yes, from an animal. Not from an animal that's domesticated. I went to a cow farm today.
I was about to say, you got shit on about wild animals?
A beef farm. What do you call it? I don't know what it's called. A cattle farm.
Cattle ranch?
Yeah, cattle ranch.
Was it big enough for a ranch?
It concerned me because some of the cows were like younger cows and they didn't weigh that much more than me. And he's like, it's a pretty small cow. And I'm like, but a pretty fat human. That's me. Like, hooray. I can calibrate the scale. Hooray. No, one of those. It was a very different scenario because, like, you have to talk to cows, apparently.
Yeah.
It's not like, I mean, he had like a stick, and then it wasn't like he was beating the cow or anything.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a gigantic beast. And, like,
he's the guy.
And then, like, fuck, and like,
Don't you have
cows? I don't know.
Right?
Yeah, I was raised on a cow farm.
Yeah, you have cows now, right?
Yeah, there's about
not very nice
there's
to
about
say.
20 head out there.
Yeah,
20 head of steer.
Count my wife.
And nope, okay, it's gonna be a fuck of a show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So, Fred, I'm sorry to ruin your obviously great mood, but this week, Fred, the world has faced what?
Oh, I thought you were going on about the cows.
Oh no, there was just cows. There were cows, and they shit.
What are you doing out
wherever
there?
they want.
What are you doing?
I was helping a guy out. I was being an amateur cowboy. What was that movie, The Cowboy Way? It was totally like that.
Oh, Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, Brokeback. Yeah, exactly like that. Dude, oh my god, if Brokeback Mountain had nearly the amount of piss and shit that I experienced today, no one would have enjoyed it.
Trust me, it did.
I never saw it. I have to admit, I never.
No, it was implied.
Oh, okay. It just was off screen.
Did you watch that, Fred? Did you watch the movie?
I watched.
You can be honest. It's okay.
I didn't watch it.
He only watched the sex scenes.
When
I did. I only watched the tent scene. Like literally, I only watched the tent scene.
But one of my jobs that I was
It's
working
hilarious.
at, this guy was telling me that his wife went to the dollar store or one of them, and she saw like movies, and she thought it was a cowboy movie.
Yeah.
So she bought it for her husband.
That's okay.
And, the way he was explaining, he was like, we started to watch it, and it was like,
did they not know what it was?
No, they thought it was a western, like because mountain broke back, they thought it was a cowboy movie.
Thought it was Brokeback Mountain. Yeah.
So they thought it was a cowboy movie. They had no idea.
Oh, it was a cowboy movie.
Did is Brokeback like western slang for being gay?
I think it was the actual name of the mountain.
Oh, was it? No, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So they had like a western cover on it. So she thought.
But now it is.
But the implications for what the movie was.
Yeah, no, Brokeback is slang. Okay, Brokeback is used to describe. Oh, okay. No, it's because of the movie
that
it became. Okay, it was an adjective Oh, okay. Well, sort of. It's an adjective. God damn it, Alan. For hunchbacked or broken or derelict.
Derelict.
Or something like derelict. Derelict my balls. So, yeah, Brokeback Mountain exists. It's great. But, Fred, you know who doesn't exist anymore?
What's that?
Damn, that was not a good segue at all.
Terrible.
Fred,
Yep.
the world has lost 3-ish great people this week.
Really?
And the ish, I don't know if the ish is on great or the ish is.
Yeah, I was just about to ask that. Like, where's the ish?
Okay, so let's go in the right order. In the order from best to like the one that makes me the angriest.
Subjective.
It's not subjective. It's this week's trifecta of tragedy. too upbeat. It's too upbeat of a title.
Yeah.
So we'll start off with Alan. What the fuck is Alan on tonight? I swear to God.
Caffeine.
We're going to start off with, and this is by far the most influential and important person, Clarence Avant.
Avant, yeah.
What the fuck, Alan? Stop. Edit this out. Edit this whole goddamn show out. Let's just have an hour of silence. That's not funny.
I know. Just working you up is so fun. That makes it funnier.
It's not funny. Not funny. So how do you say it? Clarence Avant?
Avant.
Avant. That's pretty much what I said.
Avant.
Passed away at the ripe old age of 92.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he was the godfather of black music.
Yeah, man. Like that guy, he made businesses happen and deals, and he was Willer and Tiller. You know what I mean? Like,
good for him, man. He was inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Did you know that?
Yeah, he should have been. You know what I mean? That guy made a lot of music. Like Janet Jackson's first album, Control, he put her with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Now, I know you probably don't know who Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis is, but they were
he was on
like
Control with Janet Jackson.
Super producers. You know what I'm saying? In the R&B 80s and 90s. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I got
they were
I have a question for you.
Also, he did Whitney Houston, right?
Yeah, he did Whitney Houston.
Yeah,
he did a lot of some of the most famous people.
Yeah.
So I know that this week was, or I guess last week now, was the 50th anniversary of R&B is what I was told.
Hip hop, right?
Hip hop. I'm sorry,
hip hop.
What was the first hip hop song? And so it came out in 1973.
So a lot of people say it's "Rapper's Delight" by the Sugar Hill Gang.
Okay, sure, well, that makes sense. Yeah, of course.
The hip hop. You know,
is that why how they called it hip hop?
But that was rap.
But it was released in 1979.
What?
That song.
That song, yeah. But then, because it goes back like really far. Like it goes back even into like the 70s. You know what I'm saying? So you're saying like 73?
Well, it's 2003 now. So we're 50 years ago was 1973. Yeah.
Right. So
what was the first one?
What was the first song? You tell me then, Mr.
I don't know.
So Google a hip hop song.
When I Google it, it doesn't.
Rap song. Raps. I guess rap would have came out first. Then
it says rap music is usually traced back such to the late 70s offerings as the Fatback Band's King Tim III and Sugar Hill's Rapper's Delight. However, the Last Poets eponymous debut, I don't know what eponymous means.
I've heard of Last Poets.
Debut album 1970, which was a rap record in all but name, has as good acclaim as any. So really,
because a lot of rap came, a lot of hip hop, a lot of beats and stuff like that came from like disco. Because that was like what the DJs were playing at that time in the 70s. You know, it was like a lot of disco. And I was listening to a talk show the other day, and they were talking about it. And like they said, one of the first DJs, like where scratching came from, was like when you had your fader. When you're playing a record, you're playing two records at the same time. One is, you know, the audience is hearing, and the other DJ's hearing. And you got the fader that would switch it back and forth. So, like, if you accidentally hit the fader, people would like boo you. You know what I'm saying? If you like everybody's jamming to the song, and then you hit the fader, and it's like, oh, I hit the fader, then you got to go back. Well, the DJ started doing that on purpose. You know what I'm saying? And
because I hate people.
That's kind of no, that was his signature. You know what I'm saying? And then that's where like scratching came from.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yeah,
where's your record trash now, Allan?
When they would mix it without the fader, you would back the record up.
Right. Yeah.
So
yeah.
Do it. So you
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they did
the
it.
Walrus.
My brother was.
Well,
a
that's
DJ.
very interesting.
Right.
And my nephew was a DJ also.
Really? I always
DJ
wanted to be a DJ. I used to get those magazines back in the day, and you had those advertisements in the back, and you get the whole like set, like $200, but I didn't have time.
I wasn't the DJ like with the records because that's too fancy. I was the DJ with the computer.
With tape, with computer.
With the computer, I'd be like, "What do you want?" I'll just download it.
DJ like they are now.
Yeah.
With the iPad.
No, I was not a good DJ.
No, I remember you did let me DJ.
I let anybody.
At the bar.
Anything
yeah.
to get out of work, Fred. I've offered both of you guys to host this show hundreds of times, just so I don't have to do it. And like when I work at the bar, people be like, "Can I make my own drink?" And I'm like, "You know what? You sure can."
Like, put the money in the
I'm like, I'm just gonna go take a quick nap in the back, make some chicken wings.
I trust you.
The Irish honor system is what we called it back then. So, well, unfortunately. R.I.P. 92 is a good life, though. You can't.
His wife was killed 2 years ago.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, like a home invasion. Dude broke into their house and killed his wife.
No.
Okay,
shit,
so
really?
I don't want to get like weird or anything, but that happened to like one of my sister's friends last week in San Diego, which I know. No. You know, you were talking about how great San Diego is, Fred.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. San Diego.
So a buddy of my sister, R.I.P.
Right.
Not my sister, but our buddy was in his house, in his apartment. And I guess he had his door unlocked and some dude, I don't know if he was cracked out or what, broke in and stabbed him like 40 times and killed him.
Are you serious?
Totally random. And the police, we lived in the building.
Yeah. Oh.
And the police came to investigate the shit. And I guess the guy's girlfriend, because they lived a few floors up, was throwing stuff off the porch to try and get their attention.
Yeah.
And she's like, dude, I think this is the guy that did it. He's been acting all crazy violent these last 24 hours or whatever. And they arrested him because he just randomly fucking murdered this kid. He's a super nice little guy, super nice guy. Yeah, man, it sucks, dude. It's crazy how that shit can happen. This is not a good episode. This is not a funny episode. So it's okay. It can't always be funny. It'll be funnier later.
Quadrifective tragedy.
Yes, it's sad. But he wasn't part of the trifecta of tragedy. God damn it. He wasn't part of the trifecta of tragedy, even though I guess he is now. To think about
trifecta number 2?
That's the second leg of the barstool of death that this show is.
Oh my God.
Is the guy who I know it's Allan's fault. He took it in a weird way.
He did.
So the second guy who will be missed, it's the only way he takes it. Who will be missed was the guy Johnny Hardwick, who did the voice for Dale Gribble on King of the Hill.
Yep.
He passed away this week at 65 or something like that.
Jeez.
And cancer again, man.
Dale Gribble. That's a good shit.
Yeah, Dale Gribble, hilarious, great guy. And he had taken so after the show went off the air because they're rebooting it.
Are they?
Yeah, and I guess he recorded lines for some of the episodes, but he didn't finish them all.
Right.
But so that's sad. I hope that they don't recast his voice.
They're gonna have to. They can't get rid of Dale. He's one of the.
I know, but then maybe they might be able to do the thing where they
But knowing Mike Judge, he'll just kill him off.
Yeah.
Very good.
He'll figure something out.
Red Corner kill.
Yeah, he'll just basically, I mean, they had the obituary and the obituaries with that. Yeah, he's left by his best friend, Red Corn, and his son.
You never know, man. So unfortunately, he passed away too. And so in between King of the Hill and then obviously his death, he had a YouTube channel where he did a lot of Dale Gribble stuff all the time. He would sing covers as Dale Gribble and
right.
It was very funny, and he will be sorely missed. Now, that being said,
right,
It's funny you talked about being a DJ earlier. Someone who, don't get me wrong, great guy. I'm sure he's a lovely human being, but I despised him for a number of years when I was a DJ. R.I.P. to you, DJ Casper. You son of a bitch. Thank you, Allan. DJ Casper, who wrote the Cha-Cha Slide.
Take it back now, y'all.
Take it back down, y'all.
One time. 2 houses time. 3 houses time.
Dude,
white people
if he got paid royalties for every time they played that at a wedding.
Oh my God.
He'd have all the money in the world.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. So he really would.
He would have all the money in the world, man.
Oh man, he only got, they said when he passed away at the age of 58, R.I.P. DJ Casper, battling cancer since 2016.
Wow.
He was worth a whopping $1.6 million. That's not a whopping amount.
He should have been worth a lot more than that.
Yeah, man.
As many smiles as he gave.
Hold on now. According to popularbio.com, he was worth $86 million.
He was sliding to the left.
Put your bank to the left. Take it back now, y'all. So that's crazy. I love him.
2000. That song came out in 2000, dude. Like, and they still play it.
Oh yeah,
they still play it, and then people still love it.
Still play it.
Everybody.
White people still act like it just came out.
Oh my God! Like, and the biggest part, the song is 23 years old, and there's still some people who don't know how to do it.
Yeah. That's the best part, though.
That
was my favorite part.
You always see one guy in the line, like looking behind him,
like going the wrong way. Yeah.
Like, which way?
You would think he'd have gotten it by now.
Going left when he's supposed to go right and bumping into people.
Cha-chaing. Not cha-chaing real smooth.
Yeah. Chris
not
Crawford
taking it back real, y'all. Oh, man. I'm telling you.
Can't go that low.
I hated that song so much. So what was the other one? There was the Casper slide or the Cha-Cha slide, and there was another
electric slide. That's the original.
The what?
The electric slide.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The electric slide.
And then the apple bottom jeans is the one they play all the time at the weddings.
Yeah,
they play that damn song every time.
Then they got one called the biker shuffle, and I can't do that one.
The biker shuffle.
Yeah, man. You need a lot of space to do that one. Like,
well, yeah, because you got to bend the bike.
No, like this one goes like you go diagonal. You know what I'm saying?
I'm out.
Like,
it's too much work.
It's a lot, dude. It's a lot.
Don't ask me to shuffle.
No.
Well, so I always remember when I was growing up, people would say like when you're in your like teens, early 20s, like late teens, early 20s, that's when like music kind of freezes for you. Mm-hmm. Like that's when you're just kind of like, this is my music and this is what I like forever.
Right.
And apparently that happened to white people in the year 2000. Like, all of them. Because you can pop that shit on at any moment.
Yeah.
People will freak out.
Yeah. They love it.
2023, and they're still like, oh shit, this is my jam.
Yeah. You're going to at least get 6 or 7 people on the floor. You know what I mean?
6 or 7 white women.
That's it.
And that's the only time they can clap in like together. They all clap at the same beat.
Yeah, because we all know that rhyme scheme of like 1 1 1.
Yeah.
We all have rhythm when it's a song that tells you exactly what to do. They're like, oh, we finally got one, guys.
The song comes with instructions.
That's right. Hey, that's what you need. That's what I need, man. I can't fucking deal with that shit. Dancing is something that I'm just not
a good dancer.
For. I would love to be a good dancer.
Yeah.
And like, I remember before I got married, I was like, I'm going to take dance lessons. I'm going to learn how to fucking tear up a rug. And like, no.
I can see
within
you
minutes.
Fucking,
they were like, no, you can't.
Stomp the yard dancing.
Couldn't you see me doing what is that with the
see that. I would love to see
what is it
that.
like slap or clap or whatever? What's the one where they have like the one where they have like they use like we call it like trash can lids and just stomp.
Oh, stomp, yeah.
Can you see me doing that?
I want to see you crump. I want to see you crump.
I don't even know what that is. Let me look that up.
Yeah, crump.
Crump.
Oh, like crump. I thought it was
C-R-U, not crunk. Crump.
Yeah, crump.
Crump dance.
K-R-U-M-P. Okay, let me see how people
K. Oh my God, dude!
This is the best crump dancer. His name is Snoop Boy Mio. Oh, I can't even do that. He just did a little thing with his shoulder. I can't do that. What is he, like a robot? What the fuck?
A robot.
His pieces are moving independently of one another. I can't do it. No, I can't. I am 19 seconds into this, and he's already done 53 moves that I can't do. So I guess I'm not going to crump. Maybe we'll add that to the list of things I'd like to be able to do.
There's a set of twins. Like
Crump twins?
No, they don't crump. They kind of crump. They do like expressive dance.
Sure.
But it's all
I do expressive dance.
Real slow and robotic, and then they speed it up, and then you know what I mean? It's so cool. I wish I could do that. You know what I mean?
I express every time I dance, I express the way that I am not able to dance.
Yeah.
By standing there and like slightly moving my head, like
yeah.
I'm dancing, boys. I'm dancing.
All you gotta do is like learn your little two-step.
Nope, that's one step too many. It's like I only know a one step. I'm sorry, guys. I only know the one where you're like, oh, there's the bar. You gotta go. I'm like, oh, I love this song. Let me listen to it from the bathroom and cry into the toilet.
But let Cotton Eye Joe come on. You see?
Oh, hey now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's another one, man. That was another song.
Draper loved that song, man.
Yeah.
I felt like that song was too racist, even in the 90s.
Was it racist? Was it all racist?
I don't know if it was racist or not. It just felt like it was.
Where'd it come from? Where'd you go? Where'd it come from?
I don't know that it is or isn't right. Like I said, it just made me feel when I saw people enjoying it, it made me feel like they were enjoying something they shouldn't have been enjoying.
Too much fiddle in it, right?
Right.
Too much fiddle.
Did you hear about the guy from Greenville that's like now the #1 country guy in the world? Yeah, like there's a guy from our state. I don't know his name. We'll call him Country Jim. And he wrote a song called "The Richmond North of Richmond."
Oh, I just heard that song.
It's a good song. Like, don't get me wrong. It's a catchy ass song. Yeah, he's from Greenville.
Here? Really? Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we'll get him on the show.
Oh, that's such a good song, man.
It is a good song.
Oh, he's got a voice too.
Did you see all the there've been like a ton of headlines that like the country music is outraged that someone from the country is singing country music because everybody's like from Chicago or like from New York now, and they're like country music can't handle that there's actually someone from the country playing music.
I thought he was from West Virginia.
No, he's from Greenville. Like he's
really.
I saw it. Like
I watched the video too. Like I watched the video. And,
I saw it like 2 weeks ago when it first came out, and I was like, "Oh, that's a really good song.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a really catchy, like well written.
Right?
It's a good song." And then, it just blew up, man.
Yeah, I like that line too.
About the government.
Yeah, it's all about.
In case you didn't know, Fred.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I knew about
carpetbaggers.
Yeah, it's like your money ain't taxed to shit. And
your money ain't taxed to shit. And country music.
Yeah. No, it's a great song though.
It's much better than the version I just did. So it's still I'll try that in a small town, but it's damn close. Damn close. So Fred, let me tell you something, Fred. We're proud of our guy from Greenville. Good job. Way to sing a country song that isn't terrifically racist.
I love it.
Great job. So that being said, I'm pissed, Fred.
Mm-hmm.
Which brings us to this week's edition / the only edition. Nope, that's not what I was supposed to say. Parker's pissed. Not Parker's is pissed. Parker is pissed. Shit.
The way we did it.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No, you got an apostrophe?
No, but see that then it's like Parker's
pissed. Parker is. Yeah, I was
Oliver
pissed.
Anthony.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So, Fred, this might be controversial, but you want to know what's really pissing me off this week? And it's the stupidest fucking thing in the world. And it makes me so mad that it's so stupid.
You're mad.
Yeah, I'm mad that it's stupid, and I'm mad that I'm mad about it.
Go ahead.
I hate the shape of Tupperware. All right? I know this is stupid, but how come every Tupperware that I have that's a square, none of the lids that are all square work?
So you got 2 different types of Tupperware.
I got like 7 different types.
Yeah.
Because you collect.
I got that problem too. Right. Yeah.
So every time I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna put these in these. I'm gonna I'm going to go above and beyond. I'm going to put these leftovers in a Tupperware and into the refrigerator so that my kids can eat them in the middle of the night, so I'll never see them again. And so I'm like, okay, well, I found 63 pieces of Tupperware, the bottom parts. I have 2 lids, and none of them fit any of the 63 squares. They're all square, but none of them fit. I don't understand why. I do understand why.
You know
what?
Yeah, you do. You know. But, like, there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it.
Scam, Fred.
Tupperware has always been a scam. It's when it started with the housewives selling it door to door to the neighbors. You know, it's always been a scam.
Oh, I mean, God. I got caught in another scam.
You know what? Tupperware, the lid should come attached to the container.
Yeah, but then I'd be like, why is this fucking lid attached to this container? I don't want it to be attached to this container.
It should have a hinge on it.
We do have some that have that, but
the Tupperware, I mean, their lunchbox was awesome. The one that had the cover and then it had the handle on it.
It up and where you can put the thermos in the top.
You could put the thermos and everything in it. That was a good thing they did, but besides that,
But see, Tupperware is also like great thing. It's the storage.
Death in Tupperware. That's what tonight's episode's all about.
Death in Tupperware.
Just wanted you to let you know.
Death by Tupperware.
That's what I felt like.
The storage is like what it's really mainly for.
Well, the storage isn't the issue. It's just, why wouldn't you? I feel like it's all made by the same people.
You're right.
So, like, why wouldn't you just be like, here's how we make our lid? And I understand why, because they want us to buy all the Tupperware.
Right.
But that's not good enough.
They can't be interchangeable. You know what I mean?
But they could be interchangeable.
You couldn't be like, you couldn't have Transformers that hooked up with GoBots.
Sure you could. Why can't they all just be fighting robots?
Make a Transbot.
Yeah.
Hey, from what I hear, the liberals are doing that already. God damn it. The Richmond, north of Richmond. They're making Transbots everywhere.
Look.
They're taking all our gerbs. Transbots taking your jobs at 20.
More than meets the eye.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Robots
so yeah, that's pissing me off. Trans robots are pissing me off. And Fred, I got caught in an actual other scam this week, and I had to go full Karen on it.
You fell for
t-shirts?
No. What? Is that a scam? T-shirts? Oh yeah, no, don't get me started with that. No. So, okay. I have a rule that if you show up at my house without being announced that you're coming to my house for some reason, not as not if you guys show up, I mean, I'm not gonna let you in, but I'm not gonna be mad that you're there. But I had these motherfucking people who just go door to door and try to sell you shit and stupid shit.
Really?
They got me.
You got solicited?
Yeah, they got me. They caught me with the kids. I was by myself with the kids, and like the kids are everywhere, stressing me out. And of course, my kids have no chill. So the guy like knocks on the door,
right?
And all of them run to the front door, like, "Who is this?" And I'm like, "We can't pretend we're not here."
Right.
When you're standing at the door saying, "Hi, Mr. Guy. Hello. Let me get my father."
Could be a Jehovah's Witness.
It could be anybody. It could be Satan himself. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I feel like it is. But we go to the door. So I go to the door. And he totally, man, he just took advantage of me at my weakest point. And he was like, "Hey, I work for a pest control company. Let me go take you and fuck you in the butt." And I was like, "Okay, fine." So I was like, "I can't wait. Fine." But no, he's like, "We're doing the neighborhood. Give you this great deal, like $50, take care of the service. It's bi-monthly, $100 every 2 months." And I was like, "Great. What a deal from pest control. Great idea, right?" Yeah, great. Fuck you. So sign up for it, blah, blah, blah. No big deal. He's like, "We came out," and they're like, "We came out the day, like 2 days later." And I have no proof that they came out because every time that I've been home, they have never showed up.
Right.
And so they're like, "Okay, well, we came out and, $50, whatever." And I was like, "All right, whatever, $50. And then like a month later, they're like, I get a text and they're like, "Your service is scheduled for tomorrow." And I was like, "What the fuck? It's only been a month. This is a scam." And so I texted back like, no, I don't want service tomorrow. You told me every 2 months, reschedule it. And they're like, we cannot reschedule. It's a month or some shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is this scam? So they come out and do it, allegedly.
Right.
And then I get a text like,
you ain't catch him on the Ring doorbell?
I don't have a Ring doorbell.
You don't have a Ring?
No, we have I don't believe in rings.
Man.
If I liked it, I would put a ring on it, but I hate my house. So
I got
get
a
it?
spare one. I'll give it to you.
I don't want it. The last thing I want to do is know who's at my front door. So, because the kids are I'm going to know either way because the kids are going to the front door immediately.
Right.
So, like, again, a month later, they're like, hey, time for your bi-monthly service. And I was like, okay, this is out of hand. Like, this has been 3 fucking things in 2.5 months. This is ridiculous.
All right.
So, like, I text them back, like, nah, take me off the fucking list. I don't want to do this shit.
Cancel my
F you,
service.
scammers.
Yeah.
And they're like, sure, no problem. Get off our list. It'll only cost you $150. And I was like, wait a minute, what? And they're like, it's $150 cancellation fee. And like, normally I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm like, I'll take my hit. I paid for the work that they may or may not have done.
Right.
And I was like, I'm just going to leave it. And then they tried to slap that on me.
Right.
And I went fucking ballistic. Like, I went full on angry old white man on scorched earth, Fred. I like called them, and of course they don't answer because they're scammers. So they don't answer. The lady texts me back 10 minutes later, like, sorry, I missed your call. And I'm like, you need to call me right fucking now.
Yeah.
And I'm like in the middle of getting a fucking shawarma for lunch. Delicious, by the way. But I don't know if you know what a shawarma is, Fred, but it's delicious. It's chicken and fucking in a pita with sauce. It's great. It's
you
great.
have to pay extra for a shawarma.
No, I would have paid extra for a shawarma. I won't pay extra for services that were never rendered. Allegedly. So, like, the lady calls me, or I'm like, you need to call me, like, now. And, like, so they didn't call me. She texted me again, like, oh, I'm sorry. I'll be right. I'll call you in a little while. So I was like, nope, I'm calling again. I was like, I'm going to call every 5 goddamn minutes until I get my resolution. Damn it. I don't know what that is. Let's take a quick break for whatever the fuck is exploding in Allan's house. We'll finish the story on the other side.
Dog's trying to come through the window. Literally, the dog's like,
how much is that dog here in the window?
Bark, bark. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. And I'll finish this fucking scamming story.
The Black Lincoln Collective podcast will return after a word from our sponsors.
Do you want to make money watching sports for free? What if I told you that you can receive weekly plays in the NFL from gambling experts delivered right to your phone for no charge at all? Check out Hit the Books podcast, the premier sports gambling podcast that releases episodes every Thursday to get you ready for the NFL week ahead and the rest of the sports world. Give us a follow on social medias at hitthebooks.pod. Are you ready for football season? Are you ready to hit the books?
Bees! Bees! Bees in the car! Bees everywhere! God, they're huge! They're ripping my flesh off!
Son, roll around. Jamie, roll around on the ground.
Forget that! I'm starting to swell up!
Save yourself. Don't be the hero. Frank, I'm allergic to bees. Me too.
They're huge and they sting crazy!
We'll come back later and check on you. Get a walk. Save yourself.
Your firearms are useless against them!
Welcome back to the 106th edition of the Black Lincoln Collective podcast. I'm still mad. Okay, so when we left the story, Fred, I was bringing hellfire down on this poor lady via text.
Pest control.
pest control, these fucking motherfuckers. So I was the pest that they couldn't control, Fred. So they texted me back, and I'm like, no, you need to call me right now. And then they didn't call me. So I kept calling them until eventually they did call me. And that was the plan all along. I was like, I'm going to make this lady's life hell. I want my shawarma. I had to walk out of the shawarma restaurant to go crazy on this person. Because I was like, I can't do this to them. They're going to think I'm mad at them because English is not their first language.
Right.
And they're going to think I'm mad for some reason. And then I'm just going to be perpetuating the stereotype.
Like this shawarma?
Yeah. And I'm like, no, I love the shawarma lady. I love you. I love
you. Like the juice?
Put the pickles on there. Extra pickles, please. They do put their pickles are all lemony, which is weird, but it's okay. They're still delicious. It's fine. It works. Anyway, so the poor lady calls me and I'm like, listen up. I said, I don't know what fucking scam you're trying to pull here.
Right.
But this is ridiculous. And when a white person says this is ridiculous, that might as well be saying, fuck your mother in hell. Like, that's the ultimate thing. Like, listen here, buddy. I don't know what you're trying to do. Listen here, buddy. We don't agree on this, friend.
That's a white person go to right here.
Yeah. Oh, dude. That's when I knew I was like, I crossed the line.
Yeah.
She's like, you crossed the line, man. You called me buddy. But no, I was like, dude, what's up with this scam? Like, what scam are y'all running? And how do I get in on it? Because obviously this is a scam. And she's like, we're not scamming, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, listen, I'm not paying this. Like, I was like, I will not pay to cancel these services. Yeah. Your boy never said a damn word about canceling. She's like, oh, you signed a 2-year contract.
Oh,
and I was like, oh, hell. And that's exactly, I said, oh, hell no. I did not sign a 2-year. No. She's like, yeah, no, that's what he did. I said, well, he never told me it was a 2-year contract, because had he told me either A, it was a 2-year contract, or B, there was a cancellation fee, my ass would have never signed anything.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I'm not shitting you. I'm not trying to rip you off. You are the ones who are ripping me off.
Yeah.
And this is ridiculous. You need to remove these charges. You need to go spray some more shit, but don't charge me for it. And like, I was just going crazy. And I was like, take me off. Don't send somebody out. Don't fuck around with me on this. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And finally, like after 10 minutes of me being a total asshole, she was like, okay, I will remove the cancellation and I will make sure. And I was like, you guys are the worst people.
Is it
went to their office.
Is it a well-known pest control
I don't
agency?
know. It's called Prime Pest Control. I'll just call them out. I don't fucking care. No, they're called Prime Pest Control, which I should have known. Yeah. The guy, she was like, who was your salesman? I'm like, well, funny story. He didn't have a business card.
Or name tag.
Yeah, and I'm like, he was a nameless, faceless fucking scrub magoo. Yeah, and she's like, oh, it was like Jeremy, and I'm like, okay, well, you need to tell Jeremy he's a piece of shit. And like, I'm like, you need to fire his ass right now. And she's like, I'll have a word with him.
I heard of mugs like coming into your yard and like throwing like mealworms and shit. Like,
I wouldn't surprise me a bit.
Invasive pests in your yard and be like,
then they can try to fix them.
Yeah, then they can fix it. Yeah.
Well, that was the bullshit they tried to pull. They're like, because I was like, why did you guys come out? Because I was like, let's just get it all out. I got time. My shawarma's getting cooked. It's cool. So I was like, so why did you guys come out a month after you said you were coming out the first time? And they're like, well, that was a new egg cycle. And I was like, you know as well as I do that that's bullshit. That is not a real thing. Fuck you.
What?
A new egg cycle. Like, what the fuck? I'm not a pest control person, but I also don't have bugs in my house. Yeah. So like, I'm not worried about a fucking bullshit egg cycle. God damn it.
Exactly.
And I'm like, do my neighbors know that you guys are a fucking scam? And like, because I was like, because I will go to all of them and tell them tonight if you don't get this shit off. I said, if you want to take it off, I'll never say a word. I was like, fuck all of them.
They put them little signs in your yard.
No. Oh God, no. If they did on that, I'd kick it over. I hate when people do that shit. When they're like, look, this yard is managed by some bullshit.
Yeah.
No, I hate that shit. Yeah.
Weed man. I don't see no weed man no more.
Weed man.
I used to see him all time last year. They all are, man.
Everybody's scamming, man. Everybody's scamming, but the Black Lincoln Collective podcast.
That's right.
If you want us to continue to not scam, please support our Patreon.
Yeah, we don't scam. We just
ask
beg
you
to give you the money.
Gently.
Yeah, we beg. Yeah, wouldn't even call it begging. Just
gently beg. Yeah.
Aggressive ask.
No, but so Fred, I will say that throughout that situation, it reminded me like, because again, I was pulling out what I would consider to be my greatest hits of like angry white person indignity or indignation. Yeah. And so I was like, all right, buddy. And then I said the scam word multiple times because once you say scam, people were like perk up like, oh shit, we're not. If they are a scam, then they're like, oh, we're not a scam. And if they're not a scam, they're like, well, we're not a scam. Either way, they're a scam. But Fred, it made me think. It brought me back to my days of using curse words very liberally, which are like every day. And it made me think to ask you guys, especially you, Fred, and especially Allan as well. What are some of you guys' favorite?
Especially you, Fred, and especially you, Allan.
Well, especially you both. Fuck you both. How about that? So, especially you, though, guys, and especially our listeners. So, tweet the show with your favorite curse phrases or not curse words. We all know what everybody's favorite curse word is. Everybody is right. Everybody knows. But what are some of your favorite uses of cursed language? I guess I don't know how to say it. But like, what are some of your favorite phrases to tell people? Like
favorite thing to tell people that includes a
like we went over this last night. We were going to talk about this.
Yes, but we didn't.
We did.
No, we did.
But
like
I said, what are some of your favorite curse phrases? Not just the
you
word
were like, but make sure they're not curse words. And I was like, well,
no, make sure they're not just individual words. Like, oh, my favorite curse thing to say is shit. Like, no one cares about that.
No, you're talking about phrases. You know what mine is? Is go fuck yourself. That's my favorite one.
It's true. What about you, Fred?
I've always liked. But see, it's not actually a phrase, but it's kind of like more of a line. It's from the movie, you know, when and this actor has to say it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like when Sam was Samuel Jackson in Pulp Fiction, when he was like, look in that bag, and I want you to pull my wallet out of there. He's like, which one's yours? Bad motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. That is a good one.
I love that shit. It's the one that says bad motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yep. And like I said, my favorite one is to say, hey, pal, we got a real problem on our hands.
Yeah, but that's not a cuss word.
That is a curse word if you're white.
Hey, pal.
Like, hey there, pal.
Hey there,
we got a real problem brewing right now, fella.
Hey, pal.
And they're like, whoa, wait a minute. Hold on, buddy. And I'm like, you cocksucking motherfucker. How dare you? No, I don't know, man. There's so many great curse phrases that, like, you know, that you just can use like all the time. So there's so many, and so many that I'm like, damn, I can't even really like. I tried to think of.
I know. I try to think of them.
It's hard to think of what your favorite one is because the situation dictates.
Right.
Yes.
So like, if I'm really mad, and friends of mine will attest to this. If I get really mad, like it doesn't matter what I say, but I say it with a real heavy Southern accent.
Yeah.
Like I gotta be really fucking mad though, and I'm like, you motherfucker, god damn it.
Yeah, he does, man.
And like, but I have to be like over the line, like, hey pal, I already warned you once, buddy. Over the line.
He said so many white words there in a second. Hey pal, I warned you once, buddy.
Now it's getting real serious there, Buster Brown.
You know,
but yeah, no. So that's my.
I don't know. Asshole. I like asshole because asshole. After you have a conversation with somebody, you're like asshole, and just walk off.
Fucking cheap ass.
Dick bag.
Yeah, because you can put any kind of adjective in front of it. You know.
Right.
You fat asshole.
Oh,
thanks, Fred. Black asshole.
Words hurt, Fred.
No.
You white asshole.
The white person, you say you bleached asshole. They don't like that.
You bleached asshole.
They don't like that.
Yeah, it's for like pale redheads. You bleached asshole.
Yeah, you bleached ass motherfucker. You no business barnyard motherfucker. Love that one too. Love our old boy Dolomite. Anytime you get to throw some Dolomite at somebody, it's worth it.
Dolomite, yeah.
And I'm like, if you knew what that meant, you would not be happy with me. It took me a little while on that one. Well, Fred, that reminds me. I'm gonna tell you about our sponsor for tonight. Our sponsor was written by. It's not Dolomite. I wish it was. That would actually be awesome. Our sponsor was written by our buddies in AI. And it's written in the voice. I'm going to do it in the voice that I'm trying to do. It is not going to be good. So you're going to have to guess what it is. All right, ready? Ladies and gentlemen. You'll know that. But you have to guess the other thing. Ladies and gentlemen, are you tired of feeling like you're running on empty? Well, I've got a question for you. I just asked you a question. This is terrible. AI sucks. Ever wonder what happened to all the energy you used to have? It's like it vanished into thin air, leaving you with the vitality of a deflated balloon. That's where Geritol comes in, folks. It's not just your everyday run-of-the-mill supplement. No. Geritol is like the ultimate energy boost for your body's battery. It's like plugging yourself into an outlet and feeling that surge of life flowing right back into you. This is not a good accent. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jerry, how can a little bottle of Geritol do all that? Well, let me tell you, friends, Geritol is packed with vitamins and minerals that are like a symphony for your cells. It's got that good stuff your body craves, iron, oh yeah, and a bunch of B vitamins to kickstart your engine. Imagine waking up in the morning, ready to conquer the world instead of just hitting the snooze button a million times. Picture yourself taking on the day with the enthusiasm of a kid in a candy store. This is really long. That's what Geritol can do for you. It's like your personal energy makeover. So don't just stand there, folks. Don't let life pass you by while you're stuck in low gear. Try Geritol and watch your energy level soar higher than a New York taxi during rush hour. Hey, it's time to seize the day and live life to the fullest with the help of Geritol, of course. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Grab a bottle of Geritol and let the energy revival begin. Get back out there and show the world you still got plenty of life left in you. Remember, life's a marathon, not a sprint. And with Geritol, you'll be leading the pack. Go get them, folks. Geritol. I don't even know what Geritol is. What is
Geritol? I heard of Geritol. I thought it was like
I haven't heard that since I was like a kid.
Yeah. Is that like
but the people at Geritol love us.
I guess it's like a monster
it's
from
like
the 20s or something.
It is essentially that. It's exactly that, as a matter of fact. B vitamins and iron in liquid supplement form. So it is 5-hour energy for old people.
Yeah.
It's like a Red Bull for your grandma.
Yeah.
So there you go. Now you know.
Yeah, that shit is fucking old, man.
That shit is old. I remember that when I was a kid.
That shit came out in the 1950s. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the original Red Bull. This is 5-hour energy for boomers. Hey, boomer, need some energy? Geritol.
Geritol.
Hey, boomer, want to ruin the next generation's chances? Geritol.
My grandfather, he swore by it.
Back in the day, black people couldn't get it in the store. We didn't want them to have it. Probably some Asian made it.
That shit is crazy.
I know. I didn't even know what Geritol was, but apparently it's the best thing there is. AI wrote it, and we did it. And that was supposed to be Jerry Seinfeld, and it wasn't. So there you go. We got that going for us. You want to read? You want to try and read it in your Jerry Seinfeld voice? It's not. It's
I don't have a. Do I have a Jerry? Let's see.
No, you just sound like a sex offender. You're like, it's me, Jerry Seinfeld. Hey,
I was feeling a little low this morning, and I said, "Hey, no, I ain't got a Jerry."
It's hard, right?
I don't have a Jerry.
Ladies and I sound like Regis. Like I'm trying to Jerry Seinfeld turns into Regis, which then turns into.
I can probably do it like
John Travolta.
JB Smooth.
Here, let's hear it. You want me to give you the? Here, I'll give you the first paragraph.
Give me some copy. Give me some copy.
All right, it's coming in. Coming in hot. Coming in hot. This Geritol copy.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you motherfucking tired of feeling like you running on empty? But I got a motherfucking question for your ass. For you ever You ever wonder what the fuck happened?
He sounds like Fred on
All
crack.
that energy.
I've heard Fred sound exactly like this before. When he was on crack.
It's like it's vanished in the thin air or leaving you with vitality of a defeated balloon with your bitch ass. No. That's my JB Smooth.
Perfect.
I would love to hear JB Smooth. Like
we can get a cameo of him to do. We should get it, Geritol. If you want, why don't you sign up some people for cameo to do this? And then we'll put them on.
Yesterday.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, we got one more thing, and then we're gonna get out of here, leave you guys alone for the week. But again, management. We talked about how we're integrating AI into this show, Fred.
Oh, I thought so.
Because AI is important. It's here to stay, apparently.
I thought you was integrating more black people in the show.
No, I would love to, but I don't know anymore. You're the only one, Fred. Sorry, buddy.
How coincidence? You're the only white person I know too.
Right? See, exactly. Except for your wife and everybody. Hey, happy 60th birthday to your father-in-law, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah.
Not that he's probably going to listen, but if he ever does,
there you go.
Yeah,
there you go. Got that in real quick. Go Lions. Go Nittany Lions. Anywho, so we have asked our buddy, the AI Shock Jock, to please find us some life hacks that you guys can use on the road. So when you're stuck in traffic, AI Shock Jock is here to tell you. Wu-Tang is right.
Keep talking.
What are you doing?
Just keep talking.
You're adjusting your shit. Okay, anyway.
Don't worry about what I'm doing.
I don't know. I am worried about what you're doing. It's more important. You just wanted to say Wuta.
There you go. Yeah.
All right. So here is AI DJ, whatever, doing his life hacks for you guys. Get ready for this.
Okay.
BLC life hacks. That's right. Thank you, Al. Hey there, you captive cruiser. Oh, damn it. Hey there, you captive cruisers. Buckle up. Your Shock Jock is about to electrify your traffic torment with 5 turbocharged life hacks to survive those highway blues. Ooh. Strap in and brace yourselves for a wild ride. Number 1 life hack, steering wheel serenades. Turn that traffic jam into your own private concert. Keep a mini, God damn it, AI, man. Keep a mini harmonica or kazoo in your glove compartment. And when you're stuck in gridlock, unleash your inner rock star. Trust me, those honks will turn into applause in no time. Terrible. Life hack number 2, windshield wipeout workout. Ooh. Who says traffic has to be a snooze fest? Flex those biceps and sculpt those triceps by turning your steering wheel into a resistance training tool. Hold on to it firmly and start twisting left and right. Traffic might be slow, but your gains won't be. These are not.
Terrible life hacks.
We don't endorse these. Your next life hack is Snacksticle course. What the fuck does that even mean? Snacksticle course. Transform your dashboard into a snack track. Place an assortment of bite-sized treats within arm's reach and challenge yourself to snack strategically as you navigate the jam.
I'm not putting my nuts on the dashboard.
Oh, extra points for creativity and avoiding crumbs in your nooks and crannies.
Oh my God.
Terrible. There's more.
Oh.
The 4th life hack is carpool karaoke conference. Flip your commute from a bore fest to a hootenanny. That might be one of my favorite words too now.
Hootenanny?
It's a hootenanny. Coordinate with fellow traffic warriors and have a carpool karaoke session. Sync up your radios, choose a bopping tune, and rock those jams in perfect harmony. Traffic jam, more like traffic jamming.
Terrible.
And your last
Thank you.
And your last life hack is you're gonna be the best one. You're in car language school. Who needs Rosetta Stone when you've got traffic? Dust off those foreign language CDs and make traffic your linguistic playground. Impress fellow drivers with your impeccable French pronunciations, or maybe just learn to yell "move it" in 10 different languages. So there you have it, Speed Demons. 5 electrifying life hacks to make those traffic jams your playground instead of your purgatory. Now rev up those engines and hit the highway with a whole new attitude. Shock jock out. That was our friend from ChatGPT that wrote that for us.
That is terrible.
Enjoy. Those were some of the worst, best life hacks I've ever read.
Worst.
I don't know, man. You don't want to do put candy on your dashboard in 98-degree heat? Like, what? I should have done summer life hacks.
They melted and they won't come up. Summer's ended, man. It's almost over.
It's never over, Fred. Not in the new world.
Almost over, man. I'm telling you. Today felt like false fall.
It almost, and it was only 85 degrees.
It was.
Here's a summer life hack for you, Fred.
You didn't have
DIY. Yeah, it's too late. DIY frozen. I already did it. DIY frozen fruit cubes for refreshing drinks. Stay cool and hydrated by making your own frozen fruit cubes to add to your delicious drinks. Simply chop up your favorite fruits. Yeah, they don't need ice makers. Simply chop up your favorite fruits like berries, citrus slices, or even cucumber, and place them in the ice cube tray. An ice cube.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Who has ice cube trays?
I don't know. Fill each compartment. Apparently, the ChatGPT only doesn't think that ice makers exist. Fill each compartment with water or a complimentary juice and freeze them. That way, when you're enjoying a drink, you can drop a few of these fruity ice cubes in to add a burst of flavor without diluting your beverage.
No.
It's a simple and delicious way to keep your drinks refreshing all summer long.
All summer long.
So there you go. That's our public service life hacks. Yes, thank you. Yay, ChatGPT. Do you ever do that to annoy your kids on purpose? Like, I make that noise all the time because
no, they would probably jump on board.
Well, I thought that they would at first because I thought it was just to annoy their mom.
Right.
But it turns out it annoys them, and I love it even more. Because they'll be like, "Oh, Dad, we did this." I'm like, "Burr, burr, burr, burr."
I did that with a Blues Brothers song called Rubber Biscuit, and I liked it. And I was like, the kids were like this. Yeah, baby, and like the kids, they were like, oh, now they want to hear it like all the damn time.
And now you hate it.
Oh, goddamn.
I did the same thing with Karma Chameleon.
Rubber Biscuit again.
And I'm not even kidding.
Yeah,
same thing with Karma Chameleon.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they'll love this song.
Yeah.
And they did too much. Oh, God.
Oh, there he goes.
Hey, B, haven't seen you in a while. How you been, buddy?
I've been selling some pest control. You guys want to buy some pest control?
You son of a bitch. Are you selling pest control in Tupperware?
Oh, yeah.
You asshole.
Hey, Fred.
Gotta hear that.
Are you back there cutting your nails?
No, I'm playing with my new knife.
Okay.
Yeah,
because we can definitely hear it.
And
so can the listeners at home.
Are you serious? I did not think you could hear that. Oh my God.
Yes. We can hear everything.
Sensitive.
You can hear when your balls are shipped.
My mustache is just being all sexy and it's like hot out here in the hell.
I bet your mustache got pissed in it. You have pissed in your mustache.
There's all kinds of shit in my mustache, man. I'm in hell. What do you expect?
Anyway.
Well, Satan, do you have any life hacks for our listeners while you're here?
Oh, yes, I do. If you're in traffic and, you get your fruits or get your little candies and put them on the counter, you can put them on the dash. And do that shit, and then when, you start moving, they all fall on the floor, then you go and get them, then you hit the back of the other car in front of you. And it'll cost you money, because you didn't buy no pest control, Matt Parker.
Satan, I'll have a word with your manager soon enough, don't worry. Hey, buddy. Satan.
I love you, Freddie, I gotta go.
Happy Arbor Day to you and your family.
Yes. Oh, yes. It's coming up soon, Freddie.
Arbor Day?
The favorite time of the year.
I don't know when Arbor Day is.
It's not Halloween.
I think it's in the spring.
It's not Thanksgiving.
April 28th, so we're pretty close.
It's Christmas. Yeah,
Christmas time.
That's right. That's my favorite time of the year.
Yep. Can't wait for a new Christmas album coming out.
Yes.
Yeah, with our friends from Set for the Fall, and we'll get laid in there. It's going to be great. I can't wait.
Well, anyway.
All right, well, bye, Satan.
My family, yours.
Bye-bye. Love you.
Straight, motherfucker, because you just go there you go. Yes, that's
Forgan Freeman.
Down on the side. What do you think this is? A podcast?
Yeah.
Professionals here.
Yeah. I like to get
all right.
the mic sideways.
There you go.
That's what she said.
Sexy.
All right, bye-bye. All right. Well, I think now that he left, it's a good time for us to leave as well. So we'd love to thank our guest. We'd love to thank our guest Satan, but I don't think we can do that.
No, he's too busy selling pest control.
Right. All right. Well, guys, thanks for listening. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. And in 2 weeks, we're going to have the guys from the whatever that podcast is that we're doing. We're helping to talk football. Let me look up the name. I always forget the name.
What about
betting?
Dude? When's old dude coming on?
Who the hell's old dude?
The Mayan guy.
Oh, I don't know. We'll work on that. I haven't heard back. All right. Well, thanks everybody. We will see you later. Good night, everybody. Thanks, Allan.
You got it.
We are laughing. And we are very good friends. Good buddies, sharing a special moment.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Just hang loose, blood. She's gonna catch up on the rebound on the med side.
Oh, what a day. What a fucking day.
Well, that's all, folks.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Goddamn hit. Don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
As you know, I'm a man of special needs.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.